Hello, everybody. It's Linda, and this is not a new project. This is just the only Halloween album that I've ever made. I made it, I think, a year ago or something. And when I had made it and I published it on YouTube, it was before I started filming my albums. So I just did a slideshow. But I really liked this album, and because it's so soon to be Halloween, I thought maybe some of you might find some inspiration for your own Halloween minis. So that's why I wanted to show it to you. So this here is just a regular die cut, and I don't have the die, so I bought it off an eBay seller actually. And I just colored it in, and I used a lot of glossy accents on it so it became really like shiny. You can see it here, right? And I just punched out this circle and I colored it, and it's like a crumpled paper, so it's got a cool texture to it, as you can see. And I tore some paper to make these like spooky clouds here behind the moon and everything. And down here is just a strip of paper and a border strip from the paper collection that I used. I think it's my mind's eye. I'll check and put it on the screen down here, right? And this is just a tree stamp that's embossed and some trim here. So I bound the album with some chipboard and just using, I think I've used duct tape. I can't really remember because it's so long ago. This is just a stamp that's embossed, and this life renewal potion is a printout from the internet. It's like a free download. If I can find the link to this, I'll give it to you, because they've got some really great things that you can just download and print on your own computer or printer. And this is also an embossed stamp here. So, and I've just like painted and rubbed off some paint and distressed this whole thing here to get this like grayish, a bit of spooky atmosphere. Sorry, my hysterical laughter. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so here's the first page. I have, covered this kid here because that's not mine and I don't have permission to show. So, okay, here is some lace trim here. And my son, he is almost unrecognizable here. He got dressed up, and I think he won the competition for best costume that year. They had a Halloween party at his school, so that was a lot of fun. And I made this little booklet here, and here's another picture of him. This is a stamp here, so I stamped it directly onto the chipboard cover on the inside here, and I just embossed it with some white embossing powder. And this is stamped, and there are some like UT on here, and just made a hinge to attach this. This is also printed off the net, and so is this. I think I bought these off an Etsy seller, and these are like spooky houses. So if you search Etsy for spooky houses, digital collage images, then you'll get a hold of these. And just a feather and some more blue. Okay, so you can't see this because these are kids that I don't have permission to show. So just a pumpkin, and that's that. And I did some kind of a hinge system, and when I made this album, I didn't know how to do it. So I don't think I've done it properly as far as I can see, but it works. So these pumpkins I just found online, and I just downloaded and printed them. And I just drew this pumpkin face on him, and I put some stickles, and I stamped these spiders, and I used some leaves here, and these are Prima leaves. And I came up with a nice idea, I think. I just downloaded these like old medicine bottles, and I bought these labels. They have like the coolest labels on Etsy. And I just printed them out, glued them on, and on the back, I left it for journaling. So I thought that was like a good idea. And this is just held closed with a magnet. And here is another one of those spooky bottles. And I made a tag here. And this is a pull. I just printed it, the same bottle out in a smaller size, and the same with these potion labels. So this opens, it's just the paper that's folded, and it goes behind here like so. And here, I have to cut away that. Here there is another one of the, no, it's not another one, it's the same one, sorry. it's in this pocket. Stamp the witch, stamp this. This is not stamped. This is just a printout. So that's that page. And I've got tags here inside here. And let's see. So I just have like a witch theme for this. And I found a boot, a witch's boot, and I just downloaded that and I just printed it and used it as a template, and I cut my paper and I just glossy accented some of the paper here. I think you can see the shine. And here's just a little flower bling, and in the shoe there is another bottle that I can use for journaling or put a picture on it. Here there is room for a picture on it. This is attached with a magnet. This is just to stop it from, you know, going all over the place. Just put some lace. And there are tutorials for this. Whoops, my magnet. For this online here on YouTube. I think you just do a search for like a folder made from a 12 by 12, because this is only a 12 by 12. I used to make this. So there's a lot of room for like pictures. There are small pockets here. And place for journaling, and yeah. Oops. Like so. And some lace here. I stamped the hinges. Okay, so here it's the cauldron, and I just used this chipboard piece from the paper collection, and I just stamped spooky, and I glossy accented it. And this is sort of a Velma flower. That means that I have colored the paper flower and stamped it and then put UT on it. So it looks like it's got a glass finish. And this is just a polymer clay flower and some lace. And I drew, first I stamped like some brick pattern on cream colored paper. And I just drew the bricks because I needed more definition so that it would show. And I just tore it and glued it down. And there is like a little pocket here. These are just the legs from the witch, and you can journal on them. And you can put tags in here, right? I just like the idea of the witch fallen into. And this is not my idea. I just saw some things similar on YouTube, I remember. And the flooring is just textured paper, and it's the same on this side. Okay, and there are pockets in all the pages, so there are room for tags. And then it's this page, and I really like this page here. The cat, I also found him online, and I just downloaded him, and I just printed him the right size that I wanted, and I just glossy accented, put some bling for his eyes, and I made the witch's book. And this turned out so cool, you guys. You can probably see that it's quite dimensional, and it was really fun to make. And I made this little shelf here, and I put some little stoppers so that when you put the bottles in, they don't go all over the place. And yeah, again, you can journal on the back of these. I think that was like such a cool idea. I was really happy with that page. I remember. And yeah, and here's a witch. Another die cut that I bought, and I just did some like UT on it, I think, and just, you know, made it like, ooh, spooky, scary. And these are probably some kind of a stickles thing with paints and stuff to just make the gooey stuff coming out of the cauldron. More layered paper flowers that I just painted to match the papers. I did some stamping here, and this tag comes out and goes back in. I try to sort of match the tags with the background, and I try to, you know, keep it not too messy. And then Here's my little witch here. This is a stamp. This is from a Norwegian stamp company. I think it's called Cauldron. And I'll put a link to them below. I really love this little girl here. She's so versatile. You can like make her into anything. And I think she makes like a great witch. I just made her a hat, as you can see. And I just colored her in like the Halloween colors. And I printed out the same hat, but in a larger size. I also downloaded this, and I just accented it with some crackle stamping and some lines, just to give some dimension to it. Added a flower, more of the bottle tags for paper. And here's a witch. She's flying from our house here, and this is just a fence. And I am not sure how I made this fence, but I can see that it's not like a die cut thing. So maybe it's stamped, or I just printed it, but I have glossy accented it, that's for sure. And I've layered these flowers and put some bling in the center. So this is a pocket, so you can put anything you want behind here. And this is just a cutout, and colored in the moon, and did some crackle stamping. Don't know if you can see it. And some lace here on the side. And here is this one. This is a K & Company die cut, and I have accented it with some stickles. I like the mouse that's peeking out of the pumpkin's mouth. And these are done the Velma way. I'll put a link to the Velma flower tutorial below as well, because I really love the flowers. They turn out so great and glossy and shiny. Love them. And here is just another little booklet made from the paper and attached with a magnet. Nothing special in it. It's just paper. Here is a stamp that I just accented with some bling. And here is another one of those little girls, and I have paper pieced her and used some of the like paper from the paper collection for her dress, and made her a hat and put some bling on it, more of the shiny flowers. And here is a tiny little booklet thing for pictures. Not that tiny though. Sorry. And this is the pocket, and my stamping is actually on the acetate, but it didn't show really, so I had to put something else behind it, and I just colored in some cream colored paper and just glued it to the back here, so it's a pocket. And that's it. And let's see, whoops, sorry. So here again is the witch's house. I used the lace for the fence here. There's a pocket behind here. I made this moon out of the same paper as on the cover, and I made this little banner that says boo, and just colored in this and put glossy accents on it. And yeah, here this window is a stamp, and again I used the brick idea that I had, stamping it and just drawing the bricks with my black pen. Did some stickles here, and I made this, since this is like the window, I just figured I'd make the booklet like the door and put like a doorknob, so it opens like so and like so, to give you room for loads of pictures. So that's my Halloween mini. I hope you liked it, and maybe you've got some ideas that you can use for your own album. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. I see you again soon. Bye bye.